Okay, real talk. 2025 is about to be stacked with isekai. We're talking overpowered assassins, immortal water magicians, and even a dude who gets promoted straight from office life to Demon Lord's inner circle. If you thought last year's isekai lineup was wild, buckle up. Here are the top 10 new isekai anime of 2025 that you seriously can't afford to miss. At number 10, we've got Promise of Wizard. So picture this. The world is literally on the verge of collapse, and instead of summoning some overpowered swordsman, the people call in a sage, a literal outsider dropped into chaos. But here's the twist. It's not just about swinging weapons, it's about unraveling a mystery, building bonds with powerful wizards, and carrying the weight of saving an entire realm. It's like stepping into a fantasy dating sim, but with way higher stakes and way more danger. Definitely not your average isekai vibe. At number 9, the madness continues with Trapped in a Dating Sim. Leon, the poor guy, thought he was just playing a game. Next thing he knows, he wakes up inside it. And not as a main hero, but as some irrelevant side dude, a mob character. The catch? This world is run by women and rich nobles, and Leon's constantly trying not to get stomped out. Season 1 had him scheming his way through insane political games, and now Season 2 is doubling down on the drama, the rivalries, and the comedy. Watching him roast nobles and outsmart everyone never gets old. At number 8, we've got a little twist on the genre. Someday Will I Be the Greatest Alchemist? Instead of grabbing a sword and going full main character energy, Takumi decides, nah, I'm gonna become an alchemist. And trust me, this isn't some boring side gig. His skills in crafting potions and items literally flip kingdoms on their heads. Imagine turning creativity into pure power, mixing potions that change battles, and building a reputation so massive that even kings and heroes come knocking. It's basically an isekai with a grind set. Number 7 takes us into The Water Magician. Our protagonist doesn't just get reincarnated with some cheat skill. He gets eternal youth and the most broken water magic ever. We're talking tsunamis, storms, healing, destruction, basically controlling life and death through one element. But here's the fun part. He's not just flexing his power, he's stuck navigating a world full of politics, danger, and people who either fear him or worship him. Think Mushoku Tensei meets Avatar: The Last Airbender, but with way more drip. Sliding in at number 6, we've got Headhunted to Another World. Instead of being summoned as a chosen hero, our guy, a regular office worker, gets headhunted by the Demon Lord himself. And instead of being thrown on the battlefield, he's promoted straight into the Big Four generals. But here's the kicker. He's got no superpowers. All he's got is his negotiation skills, his business brain, and his survival instinct. Watching him use corporate strategies to outsmart heroes and rival generals is hilarious, clever, and a total fresh take on isekai. It's literally salaryman turned supervillain manager. At number 5, forget the cliche hero saves the world. Our guy gets summoned alongside the hero, but quickly realizes, wait a minute, his assassin skills absolutely crush the so-called chosen one. Instead of being flashy and loud, he operates from the shadows, slicing through enemies before they even realize what's happening. The story's darker, the vibes are edgier, and honestly, it feels way more real than your average isekai fairy tale. And hey, if you're vibing with this countdown so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because we've still got 4 absolute bangers left. At number 4, it's A Wild Last Boss Appeared. Now this one is pure chaos. Imagine playing your favorite RPG, logging out, then waking up inside the game. Not as your character, but as the game's most feared villain, the literal final boss. The protagonist suddenly has world-ending powers, an army at their command, and the reputation of being unstoppable. But instead of running from it, they embrace it. This one's perfect if you love watching OP characters dominate, scheme, and totally flip the usual hero narrative on its head. At number 3, things get dark with Apocalypse Bringer Monogra. Most isekai are about saving worlds, right? Not this one. Here, the MC is basically rebuilding a destroyed world in his own twisted image. Think world building, strategy games, and civilization-level moves where you decide who lives, who prospers, and who gets wiped out. It's not about being the shining hero. It's about playing God. If you love that mix of politics, strategy, and ruthless decision-making, this anime is going to keep you locked in. At number 2, we've got Onmyo Kaiten Rebirth Verse. This one is different. The protagonist gets trapped in a world where every death rewinds reality, forcing him to redo events until he gets it right. Add in Japanese history, supernatural monsters, and JoJo-level style since David Production is behind it, and you've got one of the freshest takes on isekai we've seen in years. It's intense, stylish, and full of that edge-of-your-seat suspense where every decision literally rewrites the story. And finally, number 1 goes to Ishura Season 2. If you saw Season 1, you already know it's basically a god-level battle royale. Demigods, heroes, monsters. Everyone's fighting to prove they're the strongest. The action scenes are brutal, the power scaling is off the charts, and the world is full of characters who feel like bosses in their own right. Season 2 promises even more insane fights and shocking twists, making it hands down the most hyped isekai of 2025. If you're an action junkie, this one's your number 1 pick. And that's a wrap on the top 10 isekai anime you definitely need to watch in 2025. Honestly, every single one of these shows brings something different, whether it's overpowered MCs, insane world building, or just pure chaos. But now I want to hear from you. Which one are you adding to your watch list first? Drop it in the comments. I'm trying to see what everyone's hyped for. And hey, if this list gave you some new anime to binge, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next countdown. Trust me, the next one is going to be even crazier. Catch you in the next video. Peace.